Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This will be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take what resonates and simply leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, just simply email me and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Hope you all are happy, safe, and feeling wonderful and great. All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. And it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on this channel and you want to see what's up. Okay? We're starting off with a message that we have for the collective, and it's the Queen of Wands. It says, replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. And so Spirit wants you to replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. Maybe you need to do something to work on being more confident. Make sure you're not doing any stinking thinking. Make sure you are speaking positively to yourself. And whenever you feel yourself getting into a funk, Spirit is saying it's a good idea to find a way to redirect your energy. Think of, and speak kind words to yourself constantly. And always be mindful of who you allow into your life or who you allow to be your friend, your BFF, whoever you are surrounding yourself with, collective, on a daily. Be mindful of the energy that you are consuming, because we all are just energy. Energy is never destroyed. It's simply just transferred from one person, place, or thing to another. And so Spirit wants you to be mindful, to work on your self-confidence, and to be aware that sometimes you can be picking up on energy from other people that doesn't belong to you. And so it's a good idea to ground yourself, get out into nature. Make sure that you are hanging around people, places, and things that will uplift you, collective. That's one wonderful way to work on your confidence. You don't want to allow people to tear you down who don't feel good about them. Excuse me. Confirmation about themselves. You want to make sure you're surrounding yourself around people who have things going on in their life, people who have something to live for. You want to be around people who will uplift you. You don't want to assert yourself in any situation that does not have your highest interest in regard, basically. A good example is how people like to, they call it throwing shots, in hindsight, those really are backhanded blows. Those really are insults. People are really revealing how they feel about you. And if you were to maybe check them on what they're saying to you, the first thing they say is, oh, I was just playing. Oh, I didn't mean that. You're so sensitive. No, the moral of the story is they're saying that they're joking. But in the meantime, in between time, they are really planting seeds of doubt. It's a projection of energy. And you may not feel it now, but later on down the line, it could be that day, later on that week, or further on in life, those seeds of doubt, that projection, will be planted inside of you, and it can show up. You may be applying for a job and be not in your best mood, not feeling confident. And so maybe you go into the interview and you're feeling anxious, but you're feeling anxious because you have a friend group whom you always surround yourself with on a daily, and they like to crack jokes and throw shots, and or maybe they're just not in the best energy. And sometimes people have energy attachments. And so Spirit is saying it's a good idea to constantly work on your confidence and also practice spiritual hygiene. Do not allow the ways of the world to tear you down or take you off your square. The world will always be whirling, life will always be lifing, but in the meantime, in between time, what will the collective be doing? And so in order to see yourself through on the other side, every day is not perfect. It will not be perfect, but Spirit is saying there is a way that you can maintain your well-being and your peace, not just for yourself, but maybe for your children. Also, you want to be mindful what you are allowing yourself to consume. Even as adults, the energy of other people, you can consume their mindset and their energy, especially if they're very negative, if they have low self-esteem, or maybe you're sharing an idea with a friend and maybe they're speaking against it, telling you, oh, nobody's going to pay that no attention, or that's not interesting. That's a good example. You don't want to be around those kind of people, okay? And so it is your justice. We're starting off with justice. So you or someone around you could have Libra in their chart. Libras represents the justice, balancing things out. And Spirit is saying it's only fair that you have an opportunity to live your best life and feel great about yourself. It's only fair and it's only right, but you have to give yourself this opportunity by doing the work, actually being willing to let people go who don't, serve your highest good or don't have your highest good at interest of heart. And so it's up to you to put in the work and establish that. You can't say you're in a bad mood, you're in a funky mood, but everything that you are attached to is of low vibrational energy. Spirit is saying that it's time to do the work, collective, for all of us. And as I'm conveying this message, I'm also inspiring myself to keep up the good work of notifying what is for me and what isn't for me. And so the idea is to become accustomed to not get into a confrontation or, telling other people how to live their life. But when you recognize, a familiar energy that you've experienced before, that is your inkling, that is your spiritual nudge that, okay, this frequency is not for you. This person holds a vibration that is unhealthy. And so you're not supposed to check them or argue with them about that or tell them, oh, I heard a tarot read that said, no, you're supposed to use your knowledge, use the love of thyself. Practice self-preservation by saying, no, I'm not going to deal with this person, and allow them to be themselves, because they have to grow and learn on their own. They have to come into their awakening on their own. People have to come into their purpose on their own. And so it's a good idea to get out of the way of those who are low vibrational. Okay. You may have someone who were around you or is around you who is speaking negatively to you, and not in a joking manner. They're just cruel and they're just rude. This could be a family member. This could be a sibling. This could be a coworker. This could be your husband, your wife. Maybe they're body shaming you. Maybe they're talking about your aesthetics. Maybe they're talking about your weight. Maybe there's I'm picking up on someone who gets made fun of about their clothing. These kind of things, they are major because they're seeds of doubt and they're negative projection. And so you want to be mindful. In the world we live in with the Six of Wands, you need to at least have an opportunity, or give yourself the opportunity, to be in the energy of celebrating, of being successful. And in order to do that, you have to constantly, consistently practice spiritual hygiene. Remove people and places and things that does not belong. If it doesn't make you feel confident, if they're not cheering you on, then it's okay for you to go without and let go and let flow. People come into your life for a moment. No one comes to stay forever. And you need to trust that Spirit will place the right people in your path that are on your frequency, that are on your vibration. So you don't have to say, well, I've been knowing this person all my life and I don't want to let them go. No, you need to make your fallback game 10 times strong as their negative energy that they're throwing at you. Spirit is saying, do not continue to offer yourself as a sacrifice and living a life that lacks luster when the Ace of Pentacles is here and ready for you to receive it. Spirit is saying that there is so much for you to explore and enjoy and expand on in your life, in your growth, in your development, in your relationships, in your finances, in your careers, places to travel, things to experience. But you can only experience these things when you move the low vibrational energy out of your way. These new things that Spirit has for you, that the universe has for you, cannot reside with old energy, okay? And so you need to stand in authority and trust that source with the Hierophant energy. A higher power is always working at play. Doesn't matter what your belief system is. All are welcome on this channel, working for you, in your favor, on your behalf. You need to trust this, not just say it, but really trust it. We can say a lot of things, not just talk the talk, but actually walk the walk. And you can do that by being an example, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you live, the things you allow in your life and the things you don't allow in your life. And, it doesn't have to be confrontational. It's not hard. It is so simple, Spirit is saying. It could all be so simple, but we'd rather make it hard. It is more simpler than we think, we learn lessons. We will continue to learn lessons. We are put here to grow and learn lessons, close those karmic doors and go on to another lesson, learn that and move on, and also experience life, but give yourself, give yourself the gift, because you are strong. You are powerful. You do have the strength and you do have the wisdom to maintain, and obtain this life of peace, a life where there aren't people, trying to burden you, make you feel bad. You don't want to date people who speak down on you, who are negative, or you don't want to have a friendship, with people male or female, who talk down on you. That's why a lot of people don't share their dreams, their hopes, their aspirations with people. You hear celebrities say it all the time, when they're being interviewed and they're being asked about their life and how did they develop themselves, and when they ask the question, well, what do you have coming up? You'll always hear them say, well, they'll share some things, but they won't share all things. And they'll always say, which I love, which is a great example I'm about to share with you, is, well, I have some things I'll share with you, but I have some other things I'm working on so-and-so, but we can't speak on that yet. I don't want to reveal that. That's because, it's law. You cannot share your next move with people, In my opinion, people should know about your finances, your private relationship with your spouse, and your next move. They should not know what you're planning, your finances, or nothing about your personal life periodically. I mean, there's a lot of things to discuss and talk about, but give them nothing and they have nothing to work with. And eventually, that hateration will fade away. But yes, be mindful. You're someone who wants to live a life of abundance and of happiness and of peace. But it's the people you're surrounding yourself around. And Spirit is saying you are not indebted to your family. You come to planet Earth through your family, you have a purpose. We all have our own individual divine purpose. And, all planes won't take off at the same time because it won't be safe. But individually, spiritually speaking, when it's time for you to awaken to what your purpose is, what your gifts are, and open those gifts up, you'll come to the realization when it comes with the Seven of Pentacles of you planting your seeds, things that you want to grow and develop, to keep it to yourself. It's not a good idea to share with anyone, even if they're family members. You're not indebted to these people. If they're disrespecting you, disregarding you, your children, your spouse, it's time to cut them loose. You cannot deal with negative people. You cannot say you want a successful business, but you're sitting up, plotting, and strategizing or wishing harm on other people. You cannot say I want a great marriage, but you're shooting down everybody else's relationship. These are just examples. It's just like a chef in the kitchen and they're competing to cook. Oh, I want the best soup, but then you go on the internet and say so-and-so is a horrible cook. These are just examples, okay? And so you have to make up your mind, Spirit is saying, of what side of the coin are you on? What side of the fence are you on? Who are you working for when it comes to self-preservation and pouring into yourself and the love of thyself? You cannot play both sides. You cannot straddle the fence. You have to figure out, are you going to continue to self-sacrifice yourself and allow people in your life who don't respect you, who don't honor you, or are you going to move them out the way and go ahead and get your blessing? Because the Nine of Cups is here. This is comfort. This is stability. This is happiness. This is being able to take a day off or two or a week. This is entrepreneurship. This is building enough where you are in a comfortable position, where you feel secure, not just in finances, but within yourself, within your psyche, within your mental faculties, being balanced and being able to sit and enjoy what you have worked for and what you have accomplished. And you get to the Nine of Cups is one cup away from the 10. You get to that energy from progress. And how do we get progress? We have to move the energy that don't belong out of the way. With the Four of Cups, Spirit is saying you've waited long enough. How much longer will you allow people, the naysayers, to block your blessings? How much longer will you allow people to throw shots at you, disrespect you, body shame you, speak against you, gossip about you, slander your character, and you continue to surround yourself with these people? How much longer will you wait? You've waited long enough. You are worthy. You do not have to live a life of lack. You do not have to live a life of scarcity. It's time for you to surrender and trust. Surrender and trust that a higher power is working for you. And it doesn't matter what your tax bracket is or who you are watching this video. You can live a life where you stand in optimism, and do the work, but not be in a lack mentality, not be just a lackluster, just always thinking someone's out to get you. I don't have enough for this. I don't have enough for that. Well, if you have that energy, a lot of times it's the people you are surrounding yourselves with. It's not even your energy, but you're picking up on theirs because you're constantly allowing these people into your life. And Spirit is saying it has to stop today. It has to stop today so that you can maintain your balance. It is time for you, collective, to sit on your throne in authority. Okay? And that sword in the upright position is saying, I know who I am. I know where I come from. And whenever I need to stand my ground, I will, metaphorically speaking. So this concludes the reading. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.